Now it's time for an intro to the course. I want to walk through the syllabus so that you have a sense of expectations and opportunities here. You can see my office hours are here, and you can email me anytime and I'll respond within 48 hours max. Typically, as in any course, you don't wait around for answers to questions. You dive in, you do the best you can, you contact lots of people, and don't use, the gap between us here as an excuse for low productivity. I'll answer as quickly as I can, but you should not wait for me. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 to 7:30. We can talk via any way that works. I like Google Hangouts. Some people like Skype. I could use that too, so we can work that out. My phone number is there. Feel free to leave a message. Probably email is the best and I'll respond as quickly as I can. 48 hours is the longest that you should tolerate, and I'll come in way quicker, way more quickly than that. You obviously have to check out the syllabus every week and like that. Many people will have professional lives or family lives or other lives that interrupt schoolwork, school focus. What I need to hear from you is no details about your personal lives, but certainly a sense that maybe you feel like you're slipping behind. I need to know that you're still engaged in the class or interested in the class. I need to know how I can help you be successful. So please, let's keep those emails coming, keep that information coming to me so I know what's going on. If you disappear for 2 or 3 weeks, you don't appear on the LMS here on Epsilon for several weeks. I mean, I'll be in touch with you daily or every few days to check in, but if I don't hear back from you for several weeks, I'm going to assume that you've dropped the course. And it's going to be very hard for you to catch up, etc., etc. So be in touch. It's especially precarious with the online forum where, we're not face to face, we're not engaged face to face in the first place. So anyway, be mindful of time. Be in touch with me when I can. When you feel time slipping away, let me know what's going on, and I may be able to help, or I'll at least be able to bend over backwards if you've been in touch with me. Whereas if you've disappeared and reappeared after 2 weeks, it's harder for me to bend. So let's go through the course description here, where you can see what we're all about. To explore the principles of digital media production is really our focus. Creating content for commercial, professional applications, not so much with personal applications, but with the goal of mastering writing for these digital domains, with a focus on journalism, politics, marketing, corporate or organizational communications, instructional design, and navigation. Navigation gets its own bullet just because usability is so critical in the online world, and you need to know what you're doing when it comes not only to creating content, but making that content accessible to users. Our objectives are listed there, and some of those objectives will appeal more to you than others. Nevertheless, those are the topics we'll be focusing on: mastering the creation of digital content, primarily for the internet and web. That is, that whole process will go through several times of creating, testing, delivering, making accessible, managing this content. Information management is as essential to learning. Information management is essential to communicating as well as the actual production of the content in an online world. Developing content for commercial, organizational, professional applications is I've already covered that. Um, and the rest. You can take a look. I don't need to read that stuff. Um, uh, we are interested in, communication in practice, communication in use. So that's very practical in that respect. We'll also be reading theorists who talk about strategies, tactics for, best practices for producing content for consumption on the web, or for integration or the intersections of journalistic ethics and what you write, the ethics of advertising, the functions of advertising, the personal, ethical, political intersections of communication in a digital domain. All right, and you will get a sense then from this reading list what we're all about. Brian Carroll's book, Writing for Digital Media, is pretty darn good. He's captured his lectures, put them in a textbook format, and made this content fairly um, accessible to readers. The rest of the books have online versions. Well, I'm sorry, not the Steve Krug. Don't make me think that's text only. And it's a very good book. It's designed to be read in a couple of hours. It's very accessible. It's an excellent model of writing for the web. I mean, in manageable chunks. It's a scannable text. Images, text complement each other very well. You can see then that you don't have to buy the Horton Lynch book. There's a web version. Um, there's an online article here, and then Ginny Reddish is here as well. There'll be lots of other reading, lots of other options for you to find content um, and use it in the course. Not yet knowing the makeup of the class, I've posted a few links here that may be of interest. I'll certainly add to it after I get your introductions. You'll also see a link from the syllabus to the ebook access for Joanne Hackhouse, which is also really oriented to people interested in managing writing for digital media. So that may or may not be of interest. In terms of the style of the course, I am going to have a connectivist focus, which is I'm going to ask you to develop an online presence and be connected to people in your field of interest, academically, professionally, people who may be mentors or thought leaders to you, and we will explore your personal learning network. We'll get into that in greater detail, but we will spend time on your networks as a major learning strategy. With that in mind, to successfully complete the course, you really must pay attention to this bulleted list. We have to have opinions respectfully challenged and you must respectfully challenge others. I need to know what you think, and you need to express what you think in an accessible, intelligible way so that we can interact with each other and learn from each other. I'll ask you to read, watch, and listen to assigned materials, aggregate content that is of interest to you, turn assignments in on time, be open to a variety of teaching methods and modes of communication. Online learning, as you may already know, requires some flexibility, requires some time management, requires a learning curve, etc. So in many respects, online learning is more difficult and more time consuming than face-to-face because it takes a lot of time to write, to put your thoughts together in coherent ways. On the other hand, there are tremendous advantages to this format as far as time management, flexibility on, for your lifestyle, time to think, and to put ideas together. Major project is a digital media website, which is your group project. Most of your work will be independent, but we do have a collaborative digital media website project, so you should be prepared for that. You'll see there are 4 basic categories of assignments for the course. Blog posts constituting your professional online presence. So you will learn theories of writing for digital media, and then you will apply those theories by doing them. And your professional online presence through a blog will be mandatory. Also mandatory are weekly forum posts, which is, for the most part, your student presence online. I mean, these will be classroom discussions. These will be places where you can, ask questions and the like. Then there are 2 information design dimensions of the course. I use the broader information design, which is broader than writing for digital media. Information design is about the entire process from conceiving of a project through doing user profiles, user scenarios, developing content, structuring that content, creating an artifact, a brochure, a web presence, a blog post, a journalistic article, and then delivering it and making it accessible to others. Information design for print is really some planning documentation. You can see here, publish learning artifacts every 2 weeks. This will demonstrate your learning. These, every 2 weeks, I will ask you to have read, watched, listened to materials, collected and reflected on content that's of interest to you, and then to create something new out of what you know about it, what you think about it, what you feel about it, and then to share what you've created. What you create might be a presentation, it could be a screencast like this, it could be a written document, it could be all kinds of things. But the point is that you're writing it for publication. And then you will share it and it will be discussed in the class. Here's a breakdown of our evaluation plan, and this might change by the time you see it, because I'm about a month out yet from when we actually start the course, but it's an overview of the kinds of, the pace of the course, the kinds of assignments you'll be required to submit, and here's your grading and the like. A course outline which is not complete yet, but you can get a general sense from this of what types of activities we'll be doing, what kinds of topics we'll be exploring together. That's the syllabus. I'm going to stop there and continue with another video when the time is right. Bye for now.